Action. All right, Reso-matic. It is episode 14, my guy. It is the 20th of Jan. Now, you're about to fuck off to Japan tomorrow.
Yep.
How are you feeling about that? How long are you going for?
I'm going for 2 weeks, and I'm going, so hopefully it speeds up, so I'll get back. Footy's underway.
What date are you back?
Feb 5th, so I'll be close to...
Well, 10 days, and then you got the bloody... what's it called? 10 days, and you got the pre-season game
pre-season game.
Freo Indigenous round.
So hopefully the news fires up for me. I switch off, go over there, come back, and it's all starting to happen.
Now, we're going to be doing FaceTime at some stage over there.
Yeah, we'll have to do a FaceTime, a Japan one.
Have to have a sucky.
I'll have a benzo box or whatever they call them, and a bit of sashimi or whatever. So
you mean having a fast course food?
Yeah,
can't wait for that, mate. It's going to be gone with the hugs and kisses. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, very different to the trips I've known in the past. First one away with
all your trips overseas have been just piss ups, right?
Boys trips.
Yeah.
So this is very new to me.
This makes or breaks a relationship.
Yeah,
I've
heard that.
But you have been living together for about a year now.
Yeah, so should be all right.
You understand what's going on. Yeah. If you come back and you guys are broken up, it's all good. If you come back and you put a ring on it, fucking shout out Japan. I'm going there in March, so that's going to be fun. All right, let's get stuck into it, mate. Now, there's been some airwaves going on with the Australian Open tennis. Big Chompers, he fucked up royally, right? He's just come out and just smashed Novak Djokovic when all the Serbian fans are in the background giving him a chance, and he's just gone, hey, nah, not happening.
Novak, he's overrated. Novak's a has-been. Novak, kick him out.
As a previous professional athlete, I wonder if there's any athletes out there that actually agree with what Chompers said, because I don't think there'd be one.
Nah.
This guy is at the top of his game in a world sport, and he's called him overrated.
Like, and he's dominated.
He's coming to the back end of it, if he is. But you can't be saying that about one of the greatest players to ever play in his field. Yeah. Overrated and, booing him to the crowd and whatever.
Get him out of there. He's like, has been.
I think he would regret that.
And it's like coming out and saying, fuck it. So Juddy's on his last legs of his career, and then the Blues are chanting his name, and then the commentators are going, nah, get him out of here. He's done. He's washed up. He has been. It's like, no one's ever going to say that. So what gives him the right to fucking spray Novak Djokovic? I don't understand it. Like, there's been some shit, obviously, with him in the past. I think he started in the COVID time when he was massively anti-vax, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then even like Kyrgios in 2022, he's like, we treated him like shit. So I don't understand where this has come from. He reckons he got poisoned at the hotel during one of the Australian Opens. I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah.
There's no way that I'm going to be doing, like, just jumping on a bandwagon and hating on someone for no reason at all. So I know that Chompers as of today, he hasn't apologised yet. After he won it, he told him prior that he's not going to talk after it because there's no apology from Channel 9 or Big Chompers Jones. So, and then he went into the race and then he did his little, disrespected the Serbian fans, me. Yeah. So why the fuck would I give a little opinion?
The reason why I did not do an interview that is a common practice, the reason why I chose not to do that is because a few days ago, a famous sports journalist here from Australia who works for a main broadcaster of Australian Open at Channel 9 decided to mock Serbian fans, and he made insulting and offensive comments towards me.
Even if he was mucking around, even if he was joking, just a bit of banter.
Don't do that. Especially to not one of the game's grades. I mean, he could have maybe said it about Danielle Collins, the girl that...
Yeah, who's been crying. Karen
popping off and whatever. But again, she copped it from the Australian crowd and fans. So, I don't know if you're in the media, do you need to be saying stuff like that? Probably
just
not to that extent. So...
Players aren't going to want to come play in this shit. Aussie fans are ruthless.
I don't get it. They gave it to Danielle Collins. And to be fair, I don't mind seeing a bit of that in the game. And it's entertaining. We get to watch it. People post about it. We talk about it. So, I mean, I don't mind it. She was obviously saying how she felt. And, so...
She doubled down too. She came out and she's like, oh, thanks for the fat paycheck.
Yeah, she was going on a 5-star holiday and whatever. So, good on her. And, I mean... There's a right way to go about it, but she was obviously copying it, so she gave it back. So,
you just got to look at Kyrgios. He feeds off that shit. So I reckon since probably the bushfires that we had in that year, then he came out and then got the crowds going. Everyone was getting involved. I think even one match got cancelled because of rowdy fans. I think he's set the standard for that, and then everyone kind of just goes to tennis thinking that's how it is.
But we love it as spectators.
We do.
We love it.
So go have your proper shit over in the Wimbledon and American Open, or whatever it's called, US Open. We don't in Australia. We have fun.
Yeah, because how many people would tune in just to watch that? Even the Danielle Collins, just to watch that and get on it and be like, oh, what's she going to do tonight?
Yeah.
What can we put up? What can we say about her? it brings an audience to the game
100%.
or whatever it is. It doesn't matter what field it is. I reckon it's a great thing to do and have characters in the game like that.
Because I went to the tennis freaks a couple weeks ago, and it was the most boring shit I've ever been to because it was two unknowns, not even top 100 ranked players.
Yeah.
So if you go on the tennis and there's a little bit of feeling behind it, it makes it way more better. Us fucking Kokonaka's played for 4 hours the other night and lost.
Exactly. So
that'd be boring as shit.
it's a lot there, but again, it's fans love it and. But yeah, she said, catch me outside. How about that? So, it is good for the game.
Yeah, Chompers, you fucked up, bro.
Yeah,
Let's be honest. That's worse than the Beck Judd thing, but yeah, you can do better than that. But hey, I don't dislike you, but who fucking really cares?
Yeah, but just don't be saying that.
Don't be doing that, bro. Reece, it is getting to that time of the year when pre-season's starting to heat up, and I'm not just talking about the fucking weather, because in Brizzy, it is hot as balls. Tempers are flaring around the AFL. There's been a few scuffles, and we've been on a few
off-field dramas as well. Scuffles out there. So
you don't want to fuck up during off-season or during pre-season.
AFL's pretty good for not fucking up. It's normally and whatever, but it's normally the NRL boys.
I was about to say, we've taken over.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any, besides Ezra Mam, I haven't seen much going on.
And we're taking over that space at the moment. So
we're the new bogan sport.
So there's been a lot going on off-field. So and then on-field.
Getting kind of competitive at the moment. Like this is the time of year where you've done a bit of a chunk of the pre-season. You're starting to fight for a position. Some young players might be pissing you off trying to take your spot, or you might be competing for another position and you're trying to make your mark. Tempers flared during practice matches. Now, there's been a few teams. Adelaide have obviously done a little bit here. They've another scuffle a couple of years in a row now. They've been doing that. Do they do it during the season? Who knows? You get fined. During the preseason, you don't get fined, so you might as well just fucking jump a punch a couple of blokes. Who cares? Yeah. Have you been in any in your 8-year career?
Oh, man, I've been in heaps of scuffles, and it probably took me a while to realise actually how to go about training because there was set senior players that were going to play. Yeah. And, they were like, just sort of...
Best 22.
But in the best 22, not go through the motions, but like, if you're going to tackle them, don't bring them to ground.
Yeah.
Or
there's an unwritten rule, isn't there?
Yeah, there's an unwritten rule that we know about, and it probably took me a while, and I reckon... One of them I had one with you.
What?
You got rid of a handball and I tackled you late and I gave you a bit of a push. And this is my second year. I was like, he's a tough guy. And you have turned around, grabbed me, pulled me to the ground, and I instantly thought, fuck, I'm not going.
You fucking came after me for a couple of years in a row though. Do you remember the beach?
Yeah, I did. Well,
running through the beach thing. Well, obviously you came in with a bit of a, hey, I can do my thing too. I'm a bit of an aggressor.
Yeah, a bit of an aggressor. And I thought, why not take, one of the toughest guys in the AFL on the beach, so we had to wrestle for a footy, and
it was like a circle, and all the players were around the circle. We just done a beach circuit, all that kind of shit, and then they're going, all right, young first year players choose someone to go in the middle with you, and you got to full blown wrestle, it's pretty full on.
It's pretty full on.
I was standing none of these little fuckers gonna pick me, and then Matthew, you get in there and you picked me. I was like, this little fuck.
I just thought it was a good way to earn some respect from players and stuff like that. And you touched me up on the beach and in front of the boys, but I just thought it was a good way to earn some respect. And then when me and you had the scuffle, I knew the look in your eyes. I was like, probably not going to do that to this guy again. So that was all I've had. But I had a lot of jumper punches, fuck off, Matho, that for being rough, Tuesday sessions too rough, this and that, until you understand why. Yeah. And
because blokes are just if you're a cemented senior player, you're just trying to get through to the round one. Yeah. You don't want to fucking have little blokes just tackling you hard, taking you ground.
You just want to get there.
I remember in Jackson Pryor, that shithead, it was we won the first final, had a bye week, so we had a practice match, and he tackled me hard, over the boundary line, the ball wasn't even, I got rid of the ball, tackled me up to the boundary line, and I fucking just gave him one of the biggest, don't argues in the chest on the ground. I was like, don't fucking do that. We got a final next week. And he's like, who gives a fuck? We're training for it. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, well, there is that aspect.
But I was pissed off, obviously. You don't do that.
I reckon there's a fine line you draw, especially in season.
Taking the ground. If they're swinging around, you don't take them.
Just hold them up, get the handball away, good on you, whatever it is. But
that's the unwritten rule.
It takes a while to learn that, I reckon. Because as a youngster, you think you're competing, and you are competing for a spot. So you'll go as hard as you can on anyone.
You want to press the coaches.
Yeah. So if it means bumping one of the senior players over the boundary or giving them some extra, that's what I thought you'd do. But.
Yeah. Tempers flared at Hawthorn, and not even teammates were safe.
50!
Favourite for the Hawks captaincy, James Sicily, and second-year player Sam Butler went total.
It's good to have a little punch on now and then.
While Port pair Jay Schultz and Jack Trengove came to blows in 2011.
As you get older, you realise
you can smash the Resi players. I don't give a fuck about that. But if it's like a Lockie Neal, if you tackle him hard to the ground after he's got rid of the ball, you best bet a few blokes can run over to
I
you.
think you would have seen one of the best time all scuffles in a preseason game.
Can't even call it a scuffle.
It was a dead set punch on, wasn't it?
I was gonna get him on the potty this morning, but I think he's in Hawaii, so I didn't really chase it. But Satana O'Halpin and Cam Cloak. This is my very first pracky match.
Recruit Satana O'Halpin is hanging by a thread tonight, with the club suspending him indefinitely following an attack on teammate Cameron Cloak. In some of the uglier scenes captured at an intra-club match, O'Halpin punched and kicked Cloak while he was lying on the ground.
Blues by name, blues by nature. This is the punch and kick which has fractured the image of the Carlton Football Club and may well prove the final chapter in Satana O'Halpin's checkered career.
Just got drafted to Carlton. I was playing in the forward line with Satana. He was a forward and Cloakey was another team. And I just remember keep hearing his bickering. Like Cloakey was trying to make a name for himself. I think in the back line, like just like giving him jumper whacks and stuff in the rib ticklers, all that. And I kept hearing Satana say like, "You fucking do that again, boy. I'm gonna knock your block off."
He's
like,
a big boy.
He's massive, and like he's one guy that I like in my time in the AFL. I probably wouldn't fuck with. Like he's the nicest guy, but he has a switch. Like it's a big Irish.
See, that's what I thought about you.
bloke. Yeah, no, but he was like, this is before I knew what was going on. So I was like, oh shit. And then I just remember that so clear. And I remember like they were leading up to get outside the 50, and he's just like pulling on his jumper and like whacked him in the guts.
Yeah.
And he just turned around, and I was about 20 meters away, and he's just gone like left, right, good night on the ground. And then I thought like, yeah, that's sweet. Like he just said, don't do it.
On the bonnet though.
On the bonnet, a couple landed on the bonnet, and then he's on the ground. But the thing that like went viral was he kicked him right in the asshole when he's like laying face first on the ground. Yeah,
it walks off with the kick.
And it was like a little slipper. It wasn't like anything like if you kicked him in the head, that's bro.
It wasn't a rib breaker.
No, nothing. Just right. It was literally right in the crack hole. Yeah. Like it was just right in there.
Kicked him up his ass.
And I just remember, he pretty much kicked him up his ass. And I just remember going like, this is AFL football, man. Like, what the fuck? You don't do this in anywhere else. And I was so excited. Yeah, but he got suspended for like 4 or 5 games by the club. Like, this is when I first got this. So Juddy and all the media outside the training grounds. Like, I was like, this is a circus. Juddy had to do a thing. Fev had to say something. All that kind of shit. And then it was just, I just remember that for the rest of my life.
It's probably still number one to this day.
100% number one.
Preseason that we've heard about and seen.
Yeah. So no, you would have, if it was anything bigger than that, you would have heard about it.
Yeah, you probably, because everything's on camera. But what I will say is that when you see that as a fan, your players actually give a fuck.
Yeah. See, it's a good or bad thing. That's what I was going to ask you. Do you reckon it's a good or bad thing?
There's a line. Yeah. Like that's
a line. Don't do that.
Don't do that. But, you know, if you're going to tackle and jump a punch and whatever because you've made a statement, a little bit, like the players care. I don't know about trying to knock my teammates off, but I'm happy to have a bit of a scuffle on the ground, a jumper punch.
Love a jumper punch.
Get up, move on with it. Yeah. But it means, I think at some point the players care because they're training hard, the intensity's up. It's game-like.
I froth on it. I love it.
It's great. It's great. So as a fan, it's like, don't think like, oh, fuck, there's a rift. Because some people we get like, we got a bad culture, this and that. It's players giving a fuck.
Blokes fucking competing. Yeah. That's what it is. And like, you have mates. You're all good mates. So straight after that, you go back to what it was. Yeah. But like, there's some blokes who will piss you off during the preseason, like little things here and there. And you're like, if he does something like, and you see him real quickly, and he does something kind of dirty or sly to you, you're going to go in and do something.
Yeah, of course.
But you're going to go straight after back, go to the gym together, straight after, and you'd be just don't care about it.
I don't really remember if I've had a scuffle with anyone and been like, I actually hate that bloke.
Damn next day, I'll actually give you one. Damn next day, I was running back to like get back on the 45 as a winger, and he's just stood his ground, like didn't know he was there, and just like dropped me. I wrote in my diary that I was going to get him back. Never got him back.
Wow.
Never got him back. But I remember that. I was like, that it literally took the wind out of me.
Yeah, well, when you're not looking.
Yeah. But I didn't mind it.
Again, I think it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing, but just don't cross the line.
And let's be honest,
and they won't. Most of these boys won't.
Let's be honest too. That injured club, I kicked 4 goals on debut.
So that's good.
And there's like a little snippet in the paper in Herald Sun, and the rest is like, which is fair enough, but. Yeah, so I'm excited, mate. The people are getting right up. They're ready to go. Yeah. Fuck, footy's not too far off. On the preseason stuff, Matho, who do you think... You've done a little bit of research. Yeah, there's a lot of players that they're doing well, and there's a lot of preseason heroes. We just talked to Sharpie the other day. He's got to let his footy do the talking. Who is catching your eye this preseason? Could be a gun, could be a fresh player coming in the system, could be a Harley Reid who's charging $330 for a cameo.
Yeah.
Who's doing it for you?
Oh, well, he's a very big name player in the comp, and he's already won a premiership, multiple BNFs, but it'd have to be the Bont.
Oh, the Bontos.
And I know a lot of people talk about him winning the Brownlow, winning this and that, but
he's got a chip on his shoulder, right?
Yeah, you would think. Oh, does he really want a Brownlow?
Yes.
Like, because there's so much media around it. Like he should be winning it. He should be winning it. Maybe the media has forced him to maybe want to win one. I don't know if that's how he's thinking or.
I 100% say he doesn't give a shit. Like he does not play to win a Brownlow.
No, because he's already won a premiership.
But in 2021 and 2023, he polled second, and then last year he did.
And he was.
And he's probably better. Pretty
well last year, but he's come back and come second in the Bulldogs 2K time trial, and as a big player in the comp and at his club, probably the best player, you love to see that from those guys.
Oh, they would get a rock hard over that.
You love to see that, like your best player at your club coming back nearly the fittest and rip roaring ready to go. Yeah. As a fan, supporters of him in the AFL, you love to see that because we know what he can do on the field.
Can he take his game to another level? I don't know if he can. Like fitness wise, probably can run more. I guess I don't know what his GPS should be. I don't know any of that.
I think so. I think that all the great players can take their game to another level. It's just finer details of their game. Yeah. So, he may be that his tank is better now. Yeah, I don't know what his tank was like previously. Obviously, it's pretty good, but maybe he's gotten it even better. So, which will be scary for the competition because he's already such a good player. So.
I'm just going to say he's getting on in his career. He hasn't got a Brownlow. The only thing he hasn't done, I reckon he's just come back and like, I'm going to fucking put every egg into this basket. Not just to win a Brownlow, but to be the best player in the comp.
Well, they're a decent team.
Yeah. So can they play final? Are they playing finals?
They play finals. Yeah. So, they can play finals for sure. So they've got the list still, and they've got one of the best players in the comp, as they say every year. So
he's just saying, "Jumping back, boys. I'm coming here to fuck it up." He could be disappointed with last year with the team.
But do you have any smokies going in this year, or is there anyone that's caught your eye? It's hard because we got on research. We have to do everything on research.
I'm not going down to fucking trainings and watching blokes train. I'm not about that life. I got better shit to do. Like you nuffies do that for us. But I did see Jesse Motlop, my mate. George Hewitt he did a little bit of a presser, and he was like, Jesse is looking the best that he's ever seen him. He's come back, like he's saying that he's probably one of the best trainers. So for him to try and cement his spot in the team, and we know the skill and everything he has, I think he's going to be a very good player this year. He's looked jacked and fit, man. It's awesome. But I reckon Liam Baker, so last couple of years he's averaged about 19 to 20 possessions for Richmond Footy Club, and last year they obviously sucked. Year before, not too bad, still kind of shitty. But I reckon that him going into West Coast, they've got like this, I think West Coast are kind of building, like they're still going to be a bottom four, whatever it may be, but I think they're building a bit more confidence, getting a couple more players in. Obviously Harley Reid's going to be a little bit older now, a bit more experienced. Couple other players coming. I think he's going to dominate for West Coast this year.
They'll get the ball in his hands.
Oh, you have to, yeah. If the ball goes in the back line, who are you going to give it to but him?
Yeah,
He's going to take kickouts. He's going to go get the 1-2s. He's experienced as fuck. 3-timer?
Yeah, 2 maybe.
2, minimum 2. Like, Jesus Christ. He knows how to play finals footy. So he's going to come in there and do his thing.
Couple of courage awards.
Yeah. Nails, I think he won the AFLPA shit, which is
so he'll definitely lead by example for Eagles, which will be good.
For the Eagles, I think that's a great pickup. And I just reckon he's going to not like be the best in the comp in the back line, but he might be thereabouts AA squad. That's my call.
Yep.
Shout Lane Baker. Go for gold, mate. Now we know it's pre-season at the moment. We're about to get into some football
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking on the couch this morning when I was having my brew. I was like, should they bring back a trophy for the AFL preseason? And a part of me is saying, no one gives a fuck. The other half was saying, it kind of gives like young players and fans to get excited about the year. Like I've never been like a fan of a team to watch in preseason, so I don't really know or care. But for like an actual genuine fan or a nuffy like you, would you like to see the cup come back in the preseason?
I actually wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind it like with the prize attached to it again.
Yeah.
So some money for the club.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Little incentives.
Little incentives like, best player on the night gets something, all that type of stuff. Have like a little leading goal kicker through it or whatever these ideas. But
you can put some shit into your bloody contracts even.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it come back. Just something to play for. It gives the young kids a bit more of a chance.
Yeah.
More game like real, like get ready for a real season game. Like especially if you play in for the cup. Like, oh boys, we've got something on the line here.
Yeah.
We could win X amount for the club.
Start building like expectation for yourself and understanding of like the team structures. Like we're not going to come here and just try out players like front and center, which teams still will do.
They'll do that. They'll do that. But even towards the back end, start playing your experienced players with maybe the young kids that are going to be round one. So which the 2 games,
I reckon it's not like for like when I was a senior player, young player, I was loving like more games because you can get through them and it's good for your fitness, building it up for your base for AFL when it comes. When you get older, you're like, fucking hell. Like, you talk to the fitness guy and you're like, okay, how many games do you want under the belt this preseason? And it would be like 2 or 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
Like probably 2 for the best players in the team who don't need that extra knocks and stuff. But it also gets your body prepared. So for the young guys, I think more games is better. Young, like the older ones, they're just like, okay, we'll pick and choose what games. If we're traveling or the home games, we'll just stay home or we'll fly with the team. Yeah. That kind of stuff. But do you know when the last one was played? The last official trophy?
Oh, well, are we talking AFLX, the one that we won? We won that.
We did.
We did win an
We
AFLX.
held that bloody trophy up high, and that's the only mantle thing I've won.
Yeah.
That's on the mantelpiece, right?
I'm going to guess like 2013.
Fucking on the dot, brother.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Do you remember who?
No, I don't remember who, and I don't even remember the name. Was it a NAB one?
It was NAB Cup.
It was a NAB Cup, okay.
Yeah, it was NAB Cup. It was official last NAB Cup.
NAB Cup. So that's not a bad memory I've got there. But
do you know who played in it? I played in it. It was, believe it or not, the Blues versus the Lions.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding. When we went down, it was 109 to the Lions, the Blues 69. We were in front like 3/4 time, and they just came back and dominated. I think.
What were the lists like? Were they pretty stacked?
Ours was pretty good. 2013. Theirs looked sharp as shit. Like they had some. I think Maloney just got there from Melbourne or Geelong or wherever the hell he was. I think Melbourne. He had 11 clearances.
Yep.
I think Brownie kicked like 5 goals, a couple of super duper goals or whatever they were from outside 50. So there was 24,884 fans of the game. It was actually like, it was a bit of a crowd going on at Etihad Stadium back then. But the thing is, like, Blues finished 9th the following year. Like, we got into the finals because of Essendon Saga. The rest is history. Lions finished 12th. So it didn't mean fuck all who won that year. There was always a stigma around, like, no one really cares, yada, yada. There was some, obviously, incentives to win it, all that kind of thing. It was good for some younger players. But it means nothing on the night. Each team pretty much played like 4 games. So it was 4 games. If you won, like, you know, I think the top 2, we didn't lose. So it was 4 straight. And then we played in the granny, we lost. Yeah. But so it was crazy. It was crazy because, like, I remember hearing when I got up here, I was talking to a couple of the senior boys, and they're like, oh, we party like for a week after that. Like, we were so wrapped with it. And then they didn't even make finals the following year.
Okay.
So for teams that don't experience finals, maybe that's a bad thing.
I mean, the whole Cup series to bring it back, I think it'd be good for the younger kids.
100%.
For the senior players, they do not give a shit.
Yeah.
For the younger kids, let them run out there, get them a couple more games under the belt. You might not see them for 2-3 years, make a debut.
Yeah.
So fans go like, oh, I wonder how this guy's going. I wonder how this guy. Well, let's show him a few games like throughout the preseason. So they might not debut for 4 years. Let's
just run through what they've previously been called. So in 1965 to 1960, it's been going for fucking ages.
Yeah.
1969, it was called the Golden Fleece Cup. 1970, it was called the Adian Cup or some shit. The Heinz Cup in 1971. Amco Herald Cup 1977-78. Escort Cup. That would have been pretty fun.
Escort? What's that?
I know people like girls at night time, like doing escorts.
Oh, Escort
Cup.
Wow.
Cup 1979, 82. And that was some fun years, boys. Sterling Cup was after that. Cub Cup. National Panasonic Cup. Foster's Cup 1990-94.
Good one.
Ansett Cup, I sort of remember that, 1995, 2001. Wizard Home Loans Cup, that was the one.
You can't forget the Wizard.
I can't forget Wizard. That's the most popular one,
I loved playing that one on the PlayStation.
Yeah, that was fun as fuck. I remember when St Kilda won it, and they just looked like sour sacks.
Yeah, and
I
was a St Kilda supporter.
You were too. Yeah, and then we had the NAB Cup from 2006 to 2013, the NAB Challenge, then JR2 Cup Series, and then I think it's AAMI or some shit.
Yeah, we're the AAMI Community Series.
So we got the shit
or something like that.
Yeah, that's a preseason cup. Should they bring back the cup or not? I don't really care. I just want to watch more footy, but it'd be cool to see who wins it. There's no bragging rights. No one really cares if it's on your resume, but AFLX for life, baby. Reese, you know what time it is. It is the segment. It's called Joe Ask, and our major sponsor wants to know, can you guess what players have the most following on Instagram for their selected teams? Now, I'm going to go through the teams, and I'm going to read out how many followers they have on Instagram, and then you're going to try and guess who their top player is. All right, so we'll just start with Adelaide Crows. They have 191,000 followers on Instagram. Who is their most followed player?
Oh, I'm going to have to say Taylor Walker.
Bulls, he's got 121K. Brisbane Lions, your boys, 214,000 followers. Now, this one's a pretty close race.
Fresh off a premiership.
Yeah, fresh off a premiership.
A lot of boys gained a lot of followers.
Who played well.
Loman got a lot of followers.
He went up like 20, 30,000. Then you got who's the other one? Will Ashcroft, he's been killing it. But it's only second year, so he's not really up there yet.
Jeez. I'm going to have to go with one of the boys that come from another club. So that's out of Charlie, Lockie, and Dunks.
Yep.
They're my 3. They're pretty big players in the comp.
That's pretty much.
I'll go with Country Road.
Yeah. You would think so. He's at 75,800, but he's not. No. I thought he would have He's obviously gone up a lot, but I thought because he's the best small forward going around.
Would have to be the Brownlow medalist.
It's the Brownlow medalist, sitting at 82.6 thousand.
Deserves it.
Yeah, mate, Brownlow medalist. He just keeps doing what he's doing. Came from 302, so he's got that dual following.
Got the dual following. That's
Josh
massive.
Dunkley was third. Or second
and he
third.
come from Bulldogs, so got the dual. So.
Yeah. The Colton Footy Club, big club.
Oh.
Very big club.
Have to be Patrick Cripps.
Yeah, it is. Paddy Cripps, 204,000 followers. Colton have 303,000.
So he's right up there.
He's probably I think he's top 2 followed in the AFL.
Yeah.
If not, top 4 anyway.
Okay.
All right, we have Collingwood with 402,000 followers. Now, who's their player? This is a hard one.
This is hard. I'm going to go with Nick Dacos.
Yes, you've got it right. He's just pipped Pendlebury pretty much. He's got 267,000 followers. Now, this one was hard. I had to do a little bit of research. I might have got it wrong with a couple of these. Don't fucking cry about it. Essendon Bombers, 267,000 followers on Instagram. Who is their most followed player?
Essendon Bombers. Jeez. I'm going to have to go with...
I went through... This was a hard one.
This is hard. Zach Merritt?
But have you seen these or no?
No, I haven't.
So
I'm going because he's captain, been there for a long time.
What
I was nearly going to go with my mate Darcy Parrish.
He's second, I think, and then Dylan
because I knew he had a lot. So
yeah, I went through a few of those. That was a hard one.
So Zach Merritt,
57,800.
Okay.
Fremantle Football Club, 182,000 followers. Who's their most followed player?
Nat Fyfe.
Yeah, Fyfey. 152k. I think he's top 5.
Yeah.
Hang on. Geelong Cats, 251,000 on Instagram. Who is there now?
Yeah, you got to know this guy's number one. So
hasn't played a game.
Bailey Smith.
Yeah, Bailey Smith, 349,000, most followed in the AFL.
I'm doing better than what I thought I would.
Mate, you're doing great. Yeah. Gold Coast Suns, I don't know if you get this one. 115,000 followers. They've bumped themselves up a little bit recently. Might want to check that for the
Gold Coast Suns.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
This got me, but I knew straight away.
Tuke Miller?
Nah. I'll give one more guess.
One more.
Yeah. I knew straight away because I was like, oh, okay. He's a new player there.
Rioli.
Yeah, Daniel Rioli.
Makes sense. And
Richmond.
That got me. I didn't even think about Rioli.
Yeah, 124,000 Rioli.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Greater Western Sydney Giants, 149k on Instagram.
I'm going to go with Toby Green.
Yeah, Toby Green, 55,300. Yep. That one I didn't really know. Hawk Tours. Now, their following has gone up through the roof. Since just last year alone, they are sitting on 291k.
I'll go with Jack Ginnivan.
Yeah, Guinea.
Yeah. Collingwood, he had Collingwood.
165,000 followers he's got.
Good on him.
And he markets himself well. He talks shit. He gets out in the media, like the media's eye. And he's a talkable player. So
it's good.
I rate that.
Good for him.
Good Guinea. Demons have 160,000. They got fuck all followers.
I'll go with Petrarca.
Yeah. Petrarca's kid. He's got more followers than them. He's got 176,000.
He's got all his food channels and he does a lot of things.
He's doing good.
So he's doing really good.
He's doing good. He's on 1.3 probably, and he's getting more of fucking social media. We have North Melbourne Footy Club, 139,000 on Instagram. Now, it's similar to what you said before about the Gold Coast Suns.
Oh, okay. So it's someone that's come over.
Yeah.
Bulldogs. I'll go with Jack Darling from West Coast.
Boom! 46,800. Jack Darling, 27. That one got me. I thought it was Luke Parker for a while.
West Coast was a big club and they won a premiership. So.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true. All right, we have Port Adelaide Footy Club, 169,000 on Instagram. I thought they would have had way more than that. So this one's like hard to.
Yeah, this is hard, but I'll go with Trav Boak because he's been there forever, played a lot of games. Surely he's racked up a few. Played in big games.
And you are correct, my friend. Travis Boak, 74,300, closely followed by Zach Butters. So that was the one that got you. All right, we have the Sydney Swans, 247,000 on motherfucking Instagram.
This is tough.
Yeah, this is tough. And I don't have the answer for this one. I'm about to check it. Oh, yep, I know.
I'm going to go with Isaac Heaney.
Yeah. I haven't checked anything. Isaac Heaney, 99,600,000.
Yeah,
so that'd be over the line. If there's anyone in there doing better than him, good on you. I didn't put you down. And then we have the West Coast Eagles, 263,000 Instagram followers. And for some reason, that doesn't make sense with their memberships are so high. But it is what it is.
This
one will get you.
Yeah, this has got me already. Who's still there? I don't know. Can you give me a position? I'll go with Tim Kelly.
Yep, boy.
Was it Tim Kelly?
Yeah. Tim Kelly, because Geelong did well.
I know. I'm thinking of all the old West Coast heads. Like, not there. Luke Shuey, not there. I'm like, all right.
Nick Nat, not there.
All these players are too new. So yeah, Tim Kelly.
Yeah, he's sitting at 49,200. Richmond, 315,000. Now all the big dogs are left.
All of them gone.
All the big dogs.
Except for their biggest, Tom Lynch.
Yep, Tom Lynch is winning that with 51,200. I went through their list and there's like no marketable players.
Well, they had Dustin Martin. They had one of the
they've all gone. Riewoldt all gone.
Yeah,
so I was Rioli's gone. I was looking at like for that one. I looked at Nankervis was next best.
Well, they have Torano and Hopper and
fuck all.
No
fuck
good.
All
so yeah, Tom Lynch.
They came from GWS. St Kilda Football Club. Now I don't know if you'll get this one.
Oh man, this is hard.
St Kilda 154,000 on Instagram. This one I was like, oh yeah, fuck, didn't realize that.
Again, I'll have to go with Jack Steele.
No.
With the captain, no.
Bradley Hill, 61,000 followers.
Makes sense.
Forgot.
Makes sense. Hawthorn,
Yeah.
Freo. Yeah.
4-timer.
Yeah. Makes sense. Wow.
Just completely forgot. I was like,
sorry, Brad.
B-Rad.
Sorry, Brad. I forgot about you.
All right, we're going to finish it off with the last one, and this one's obvious this is obvious as it can get. Bulldogs sitting at 200 on the .k. Who is their most followed player?
It is the Bond.
It is the Bontempelli. So Joe wanted to know, mate, and we fucking told him.
Not bad. Not bad guessing from me.
Very good.
I did better than what I thought.
Very good.
But yeah, you know I'm a nuffy, so.
Yeah, you love that shit. All right, Matho, that is the end of the episode. Big shout out to Joe Fortune, our major sponsor. As always, they just keep looking after us, and we keep getting them episodes and content. Fuck me. It is football soon.
Rip Through It fans, we are 45 days away. And shit is going to pop off.
From round one or from first preseason game?
From round zero.
Round zero.
The preseason games are even closer. So
next
for
month.
the Nuffies, we're so close. But for everyone else, 45 days. Hang in there. Stuff's going to pop off. Hopefully we get another good season.
Yeah. It's going to be hard. Last year was the best season going round. Best finals campaign. One of the best seasons.
We're going to be here to ride it with you, though.
Oh, he's going to ride that wave, baby. If you are here watching, make sure you like and subscribe. We are putting all our content on Rip Through It on YouTube now, not the Mitch Robinson 05 because I was just saturated in that shit. We're jumping on Cameo. We're doing Patreon maybe. I don't know. But we're starting to get this shit going. Got a new logo coming. Reese is going to Japan tomorrow. He's going to be back in 2 weeks. We're going to get him on FaceTime next week because we're that bloody excited. And we are dedicated to getting you guys some content. Peace.